Hi, this is Joyce from Marketing Tech. In this video, we're going to talk about what customers want from push notifications, how an app can help you generate extra revenue, and how you can calculate a return on investment for your app through push notifications. This is a piece of research from Airship called the Mobile Customer Imperative, where app users across the world were asked for the top reasons why they opt into brand communications on their smartphones. In this case, we're talking about push notifications primarily as a way of receiving messages on their smartphones. So this is an interesting piece of research because it shows that app users do opt in to push notifications for transactional reasons such as shipping delivery information, order confirmation receipts, and also for promotional reasons as well, such as to earn immediate discounts or loyalty reward points, early access to big sales events or exclusive product drops, sales alerts and discounts, personalized offers based on browsing behavior or past purchases, special offers triggered by location. So it's a variety of transactional and, more interestingly, promotional reasons as to why app users opt in to these brand communications on their smartphones. Next, we're going to be looking at generating a return on investment for your app. So it's important to note here that iOS or Apple phones will only allow push notifications that you have opted in, i.e. when you first download your Apple app, you'll see a pop-up asking you for permission to allow push notifications there. In contrast to this, Android phones don't all have this feature, and that means that app users will quite often need to go to the settings on the phone and opt out of receiving these push notifications. So for this reason, you will notice here that you do have a higher opt-in rate for Android phones, which is 81%, and for Apple phones, the opt-in rate is 51%. Simply because Apple users need to opt into receiving these communications. Next, we're going to look at click-through rate. So the definition of click-through rate here is similar to the click-through rates that you find on email campaigns, which is the number of clicks on the push notification. This is a good way to track how engaged your app users are. And according to Airship's research, the global average click-through rate for Android phones is 4.6%, and for iOS phones, it's 3.4%. You can see that this is actually a higher click-through rate compared to many email campaigns that we see here today. So next, we're going to go on to calculate ROI on a push notification. So the question is, can you really generate an ROI from your app? There are different ways of generating a return on investment on your app other than selling products directly from the app, unless of course you want to do that. So in this restaurant example, we don't even have to be selling products or services from the app directly in order to generate an ROI, and I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to show you how you can conservatively generate an ROI through consistent app marketing. And since push notifications is one of the key drivers which determines the success of your app marketing, we'll look at push notification metrics here. In this case, in the restaurant example, we're going to use the US dollars as currency here. The subscription cost of $119 per month is the cost that we will charge to the business should the business decide to work with us in developing an app for the restaurant. The number of app downloads here, I've put 300, and this is absolutely achievable for a restaurant from the time the app is published to 3 months later to be able to generate 300 app downloads in 3 months. This is because the restaurant would have already have their customers and their followers, and you can use your customer base to communicate, to send out news about the app to them. And so it's completely achievable to get 300 downloads in 3 months in this case. So let's assume we're generating 2 push notification campaigns per month. So we send out 2 push notifications to app users per month, and the opt-in rate in this case will take the lower end of the opt-in rate, which is 51% for iOS. If you recall the previous slide, the click-through rate here is 3.4%. Again, that's the iOS click-through rate. And the average spend for a restaurant for 2 people, conservatively I've put it as $50 per table, per booking. So the results are here. As you can see, the opt-in rate for 2 campaigns that we're running, that would be 600 app messages that are sent out in that 1 month. With an opt-in rate of 51% here, we're going to get 306 messages that are actually received by the app users. And out of these 306 messages that are received, we're going to use the click-through rate of 3.4%, so that gives you 10.4. So 10.4 people would actually be clicking through the message received on their phone. So from here, we're going to assume that 3 out of 10 app users who've opted in and clicked through to your push notifications will respond to your offer and will walk into your restaurant to use the offer or to take advantage of the offer. I'm assuming 3 out of 10 here. This is a conservative estimate. To remember, these app users are your local customers who have visited you before and had a good experience. So we're assuming that they would then therefore respond to your offer here. And from there you can calculate the monthly net profit from the campaign is $31, which is $150 deducting your $110 your cost there, which gives you a net profit of $31, and that gives you a monthly return on investment of 26% here. So we can see here it's absolutely possible to generate an ROI with just 300 downloads alone. So this is an example of a restaurant that I've just given you, but this can also apply to any high street or location specific establishment, a pop-up store at one of the many festivals or events that take place. Essentially, any kind of physical premise that sees customers on the premises itself, this is achievable. So I hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching.